Hi everyone, it's Kimberly. Welcome back to the Limbo Guru. I have your forecast energy update for twin flames and light workers for the partial solar eclipse, new moon in Cancer. Hello, solar eclipse. We are here. Big changes happening. I'm sure you felt the intensity of the energies. A lot of emotions running through for everyone. There's a purpose and a reason for all of this. We're going to talk about some of the overarching themes. We're going to pull some cards to get some clarification. I'm going to talk to you about how to manage these energies better and also what I'm observing, what I've been channeling as well. So before I get to that, just a couple of housekeeping things. One is thank you all for watching the video about the launch of my site, Vibe Up. It's vibup.com. If you haven't checked it out yet, please do. Please like us on YouTube and Facebook and social media. Read the blogs and the free content. Those of you who have been signing up for memberships, remember it is a paid membership, and the reason why is because you get an all-access pass to basically a lifetime of online learning. It's just a one small fee, which is normally the type of fee that you would pay for just one class on another site. You get all the classes, plus you get an opportunity to connect with other members, to connect with your soul tribe, to comment, to interact on the forum, to create your own custom profile. It's in essence a social media site for Ascension in itself. And you'll get weekly support group calls, which I know so many of you have really, really enjoyed when I've held them in the past. So this is just for the Vibe tribe. It's just for the people that are taking the courses and wanting to interact with other members. So don't forget, if you've already purchased a membership, register your email, set up an account so we can approve it on the back end and get you interacting with the courses and other Vibe Tribe members. And if you haven't purchased it and you've been trying to sign up for the membership, make sure you complete that step so that we can get you interacting with everyone, okay? Sorry, I'm sniffling. I was just sneezing. We're still having allergies here on the East Coast. All right, so, and then the second piece of housekeeping is the Illumin Guru. I'm still offering the Total Eclipse of the Heart special. It's a reading and attunement session. It's an hour and 11 minutes. It's going on through July 26th, and you can book that right on the website, theilluminguru.com. All right, it's still early, so I have to take a sip of coffee before we get into the reading. Okay, so let's talk about overarching themes for right now. So what we're seeing is, so there are big changes here that are happening. They're stirring within us. So some of you I've talked with, and even in my own life, there's big changes. There's geographic moves coming for a lot of you. There are endings, beginnings of all sorts, job changes, geographical location changes, needing to move out of your present residence or wanting to move out or changing residence. This is happening, okay? And it will be illuminated during this time. Don't freak out. It's all good. You're going to the place that you really need to be, okay? You're being put there. So if this is like a conscious decision for you, then it's your higher self calling you somewhere else. If it's not, if you've been like asked to move, or if you've been given some sort of an ultimatum, or you're given some sort of a notice that, this is changing, or you're leaving this, or you're needing to leave here, or you're being let go of any sort, don't question it. Know that you're being propelled. You're being pushed to where you need to be. And this feels like for everyone, it's like a higher level. And even if that feels scary because there's unknowns right now about that, we may not know where we're going to next with the job or with the physical location. But they're saying, listen to your higher self's calling, because deep down you know, and you have all the resources from within to make it happen, right? Powerful manifestation. We're being asked to use our manifestation power during these changes. So it's easy to get sucked into fear and uncertainty when maybe the rug gets pulled out from underneath us, or when we're even initiating change. There's that backlash of doubt or fear. Make sure that you stay true to yourself and really listen to your inner calling. What is calling to you? There's a much deeper calling for everyone right now. And they're saying tune into that frequency. So, sorry about the sniffles again. So, yeah. So the name of this video is Twin Flames, Limbo, or Let Go. So limbo is the notion of waiting, being stuck, not carrying forward, holding on, attachment. Limbo sort of implies there's responsibility on another party rather than within ourselves, right? You're waiting on someone or you're waiting on something, right? Whereas when we let go, we are free. We are free to carry forward, to push forward, to move forward. We are in control. We are extricated. We are liberated. So, so limbo or liberation, right? Limbo or liberation, limbo or let go. So I do feel like for twin flames across the collective, this is a calling right now to release the attachments that we've had. Okay. And the attachments are primarily around where we've kept our own self stuck. So we may want to blame the other person as if there's a contingency upon them and what they're doing and where they're at and, you know, where they're at in their healing. But the truth is that there has been no contingency, and that it's nothing in our own life and our own, inner reserves is contingent upon another person. We've got to check in with ourselves and say, what is it that we need to honor within us that we haven't been honoring? And that truth is being illuminated right now. So for many, this could be standing in front of toxic cycles, right? Like doing some sort of a toxic anything, or still receiving or standing in front of toxic behaviors. This is where during this illumination period, the light bulb's going on and you're like, I just can't anymore. And you're going to move to a different place. And I mean that quite literally, and I mean it metaphorically for some. You're going to move away from that. You're moving away from standing in front of those toxicities. For others, it'll be the own cycles, like I said, of attachment. Oh, well, I've, put my life on hold for this, or I've spent this, these old stories. I've spent, 10 years waiting on him or waiting on her, or I've been, my twin and I are going to do this mission and I'll do mine when he or she's more awakened. And it's like, no, you're being asked to let go of that contingency on the other person, release that. Because there's nothing that's an illusion. There's nothing holding you back from moving forward. You are supposed to move forward. This idea of, well, if I move forward, how will the other person catch up to me? See, that's not for you to figure out. That will happen as you up level. It's like you literally being the torchbearer and you're jumping up to the next level with a torch. So your other half is going to feel that. You're going to actually bring them up too. It may not happen right away. They are going to come at their own time, at their own, everyone's shifting consciousness. So even those that we felt, whether it's your counterpart or anyone else that you have felt like is unawakened, you may see miracles happening now. Like, everyone is going through some sort of an awakening. Everyone's having light bulb moments. Everybody's tuning into the higher frequency. Everybody's listening to their inner messages much more, both the masculine and the feminine. And these are undeniable messages. So this might freak some of you out because some of those messages are saying, let go, time to move forward. You don't know what's going to happen. How it will all reconnect, how it will all come full circle. Time to move forward, okay? So let's pull some cards and let's see how these messages are supported by the cards, okay? I'm going to pull for just the collective, not for feminine, masculine energy, because I feel like we're being affected 1,000% collectively, not per feminine or masculine. So right now, it's really important to understand that this is going to be affecting the inner feminine and masculine within you and within everybody. Okay. Okay. So I love this. These are just really perfect cards. So let me pull a few clarifiers, then I'll tell you sort of what these messages are. Okay. So I love this. So here we are. This is where we're either at right now or where we're coming to or where we've just been. And this is the fork in the road, okay? And this does not surprise me that this came up because for many you're at a fork in the road, a juncture of, this could just be the deciding to leave your old stuff behind, your old cycles, your old patterns, the things that are holding you back, the not going all the way into yourself to align with you, the being attached to the other person or having your energy over with them. Now this is the fork in the road where you're deciding, I'm going to bring all my energy back over to me. And I'm going to make all of my decisions about my next steps based on me. That's what we're being asked to do. Because you don't need to worry now about the other person. They'll follow. It will all work out. This isn't about, like I said, I keep using the word contingency, which is a very legal word, but it just feels like that. Nothing is contingent upon the other person. This is about you making the decisions for you. And for some of you, it's a move. And for some of you, it's a moving away from. And for some of you, it's, leaving a job, it's leaving something behind, it feels, okay? And this is happening, it feels like presently. So either it's just happened or it's currently happening or it's just about to happen for you. Fork in the road. So with that is this come to the edge. This is what it's bringing you to. This is where it's scary. We come to the edge. We're making that decision. We're making it for ourselves. You see the feminine dancing, but she's right on the edge, and there's no safety net. There's nothing. She doesn't know where she's falling to if she steps off or if she takes another step. But they're saying it's time to come to the edge. It's time to take the risk. It's time to make the leap. I can assure you what's happening right now is not going to tumble you downward. You're not going to crash into the ground. Every step that you take right now that's guided by your higher self is going to bring you up a notch. Okay, but we're needing to come to some hard decisions, to some things that feel like a little scary, okay? There's got to be some undertones of fear. But they're saying, use your co-creation energy, okay? So this is co-create. Work with the universe. Tell the universe what you want from that new home, that new location, that new job, that better feeling, healthier situation. This is about imagining what you want, inventing what you want, telling the universe, working with the universe, trusting in your intuitive knowing and trusting in your manifestation powers. And here we have the owl and the leopard. And there is this sense of inner wisdom and this foresight being up high here. And there's also, this is about collaboration in the community, because I feel like the more we connect with one another right now, which is why I launched Vibe Up, is this is going to help all of us release the things that we need to release and up level. It's like we're up leveling as individuals, but we're also supposed to be co-creating with one another, even if we feel different from another, like the owl and the leopard. This is about dissolving the separation mentality so that we can work together. You're not alone is definitely what they're saying. One, you're supported by the universe. You're supported by source energy. You're supported. Two, you're supported by your fellow journeyers, your fellow awakened beings. And you have all the power within you, all the knowing to create the change that you need to create at this time. So underneath this, these clarifier cards are your higher self, which is self-control. This is listening to your higher self, because down here, if you see all these men, all these little people kind of pulling at you, kind of maybe throwing different advice at you, this feels to me like centering yourself so that you can hear the higher messages. So you can hear what your higher self is saying to you, not listening to the critics, not listening to those that are not up-leveling, not listening to those people that are the naysayers, or the advice that might be tripping you up, the fear-based advice. This is really hearing the calling of your higher self right now. You're going to need to turn down the volume of the other critics, the outside forces. This is what we're being asked to do in order to hear what that is, where we need to go next, what next step we need to take. There is a next step for everyone right now. We're all taking a step forward, period. Invention. So this is really with the co-creation, right? This is about many of you getting further along in your mission, or, you know, coming back into yourself, like your own creative desires, your own talents and gifts, so that you can align with yourself and you stop holding your energy with the other person. Getting creative, and that's going to help you align with your own sure footing, so that you'll be able to co-create with the universe and feel self-assured. All right, let's pull some more cards. Let's ask how we can make the smoothest transition in these changes. Like, what do we need to know so that we're not bucking against the energy, right? How can we release the resistance, or make this smooth and effortless? So the Elf Queen is coming up, okay? And the Elf Queen's message is about, it's about feeling like you're responsible for others, or there's like this burden of caring for others. So what this is saying is, in order to make this a smooth transition, we need to care more for ourselves than we are about the others. Placing self first is absolutely paramount right now. And I know for a lot of you that's very difficult. You're worried about hurting someone else. You're worried about caring for someone else. You're worried about up-leveling someone else, but you cannot up-level somebody else. You can only up-level yourself. And this is about going into yourself for complete self-focus, self-care, and listening to you. It's not that we want you to not be compassionate towards others, but most of you struggle with being overly caring and compassionate for others and not caring about yourself enough first. So go back to the basics of, what is it that I need to nurture myself, to fill up my own inner reserves? What is that decision? What is that step that I need to take for me, irregardless of anyone else? Anyone. My twin flame, those that are relying on me, anybody. What would it be if I was self-focused in making these decisions, in listening to myself, releasing the burden and the responsibility that I feel to others? It doesn't mean that they're asking you to be irresponsible. They're saying it's just asking you to go to self first. Because the illusion is that where we've been giving to others and not ourselves it's an out of whack, out of balance dance that we've been doing. When you give to yourself first and honor your own inner reserves and listen to your higher self and are responsible for yourself fully, you'll be able to give better to others. And you'll be able to empower others so that you're not an enabler, so that you're not a facilitator or taking on the brunt of the action all of the time. So this is about not taking action with others, taking responsibility from within. getting into alignment with ourselves and taking action from our inner knowing of what's right for us first. So they're saying release responsibility and burden. Okay. The bottom of that deck is Fairy Godmother, which is about revelation and epiphanies. This is your discovery. You're going to discover things by going into yourself in this way. There are things that you already know, by the way. You're just not allowing yourself to recognize it all the way. And I think also when you put it into practice, when you put the self-first, self-focus into practice, you're going to see things shift in your life in a very beautiful way. You're going to find that it's more effortless to give to others. You're going to find things just fall into place. So this is what we're being asked to do in order to make this transition seamless. Release the responsibility to others. Become responsible from within to ourselves. And then watch the illumination. Observe it. Recognize those epiphanies. Okay? And then let's ask about our Ascension journey from the Ascension deck. Excuse me. Let's ask, what's the higher, in being placed on this new course with this sort of, if we want to call it a rebirth or a new life, higher path, what are we needing to do or to know to assist this ascension? What's the higher purpose of this up-leveling? Okay. Okay. So it's Lord Maitreya is head of the Great White Brotherhood. Excuse me. The beings whose auras radiate the pure white of integrity and high intention. Drawing this card suggests it's time for you to examine every area of your life carefully and practice purity of thought, word, and deed. You are asked to be an example of right living, for your light will then draw many to the Ascension way. Your reward is the peace that passes all understanding and the joy of flowing smoothly on your higher path in life. The affirmation is, I connect with the Great White Brotherhood and radiate pure white light today. So this is why you're being asked to make these really difficult inner decisions, to take these seemingly difficult steps, which are really going to be easy and smooth, by the way, because you're meant to go to the next level. Because you're bringing all of humanity up with you. So when you zoom out of this little square that you're in your own life, in your own parameters, in your own situations and dynamics, this is talking about you taking this step is a huge step for humanity. You're leading the way, not just for your twin flame, but for everyone on the planet. And this is actually what your responsibility is right now to yourself and to humanity. They're saying be brave. Be brave. Be brave is what the message is that's coming through. Let's ask this is the Angel Therapy deck. Let's ask what other messages, other than be brave, advice do we need? Okay, so solar plexus, this just popped right out. This is about connecting to your power center, listening to your intuition. This is your true strength. This is your true power, moving from that place rather than from fear, rather than from gripping to the old or gripping to the past or gripping to what we think will make us safe or gripping to like the 3D cycles. This is like inner knowing. This is moving from our true power. This is feeling self-assured. This is coming into our own power. So it says it's safe for you to be powerful. It's safe for you to make that leap. Look at this angel being. Can you see how he's moving forward? It's like a big leap. He's leaping. His arms are up and the right foot's forward. He's leaping. It's safe and it's safe for you to be powerful and take charge of your life in positive ways. This is forward movement. And I don't know how, but I don't even have my tarot deck out, okay? So I'm going to show you. My tarot deck is in front of me in this box that I hold my cards over here. Somehow, this is unbelievable. The Chariot card was caught up in this deck. I have no idea how. And it just fell out of nowhere. Forward movement. Forward movement. I wasn't even going to pull from the tarot deck. This just literally fell from the sky. This is about moving forward. And like this, you're in control. You have the reins. This was just a little miracle card. I don't know how this even came into the mix. It just fell from the sky, literally. Did you guys see it fall? Because I don't even know. All of a sudden, I just saw it land. So it's moving forward. And I love that it's a 7 card. This is 7. This is this month of July. This is what the steps that we're taking, this power, this inner power, the inner knowing, being brave, is creating forward movement in our life. So anywhere that you felt stuck, the decisions you're making right now, listening to your higher self, is helping to propel you forward. All right, let's ask the Ascended Masters deck, the Angel Therapy deck, for another advice card. Okay, so it's saying past life issues. So past life issues are coming up for purging at this time. So this is showing me that the places where we've been stuck in the 3D cycles, these are things that we've been needing to resolve, karma that's needed to clear, fears that we've brought in from other lifetimes that we are actually clearing right now in order to move forward. So these are being purged. We're actually shifting the trajectory of our soul's journey by clearing up these issues. So there may be more recognition that you need around this. Like, for instance, these could be ancestral patterns, by the way, and often are accompanied or connected to past life issues or karma that we've had. But this is like saying you're breaking now the karma that your soul has been caught in. We're clearing karmic patterns. You are actually now releasing yourself from karma altogether. So this is going to feel like a huge breaking away. This is a breaking away, not just a moving forward. It's a breaking away from karmic cycles where you're no longer tied to karma. This is huge. So get real with yourself about what that's been for you. What have you brought into this lifetime? Has it been the persecution complex, the feeling disempowered, or that others have power over you? Is it the fear-based templates? What is that? Because we're being asked to release that, purge it, so that we can move forward, no longer tied to karma. This is true ascension up leveling. Okay, let's ask the, I'm going to reach in for the past life deck now that we have the past life card, and let's just see what messages are around that for clarifier. This is an amazing reading because the cards are just flying out. Persecution and inquisition, where we felt victimized, where we have felt disempowered, where our power has been in the hands of others, where we have not or have had in past lives to let go of our inner knowing, our whatever you want to call it, your metaphysical connection to knowing, your witchiness, your wise woman or wise man, where you've let go of that because you were persecuted in past lives, because your fate was in the hands of others, because you felt disempowered, because you were punished for something that you didn't do, because you were interrogated and pushed out of your power. This is the power that you're reclaiming. This is the past life issue that many and most of you are dealing with. It's coming into your power. It's coming back into your inner knowing, honoring your true gifts. And like I said at the beginning, when I was talking about the fork in the road, it's that your life's path, your fate, your destiny is not contingent upon someone else. Not that anyone has power over you or that you're waiting on anyone else. Okay? So this is pretty huge. And I don't feel like I need to pull another card from the past life deck. This came tumbling out for a reason. This was the message for us. And then let's ask about, you know, between now and the full moon. Let's see, we have a full moon lunar eclipse in Aquarius. What is it that we need to do? What is the action that we need to take? What is that surrounding? And how can we take better action steps as we make these decisions and move forward? Nurture yourself. Now, I posted, if you guys read the Mystic Mama forecast, I posted that on the Illumin Guru Facebook page, and I reposted it on Vibe Up too. Nurture yourself this is the Cancer new moon. I am a Cancer. Hello, birthday next week. Cancer is all about going within, nurturing, coddling. We like to feel coddled. We like to feel at home. This is about where have we not been nurturing ourselves. Every action, every step we take has to come from this Mother Mary, from this caring for self. It's the same message as, let's see, it's the same message as this, listening to yourself, your own inner reserves, what's your higher self saying. It's the same message as this card, releasing the burdens and responsibility to others and going into ourselves to nurture ourselves better. And that Mystic Mama forecast, she's specifically talking about this, so read that. This is really about where have we been ignoring this calling to nurture us. Giving too much to others, giving too much outwardly. Come inside, nurture yourself between now and the full moon, especially. This is what we're being asked to do. And then from that place of self-care, deeper self-care, honoring self, self-focus, you will hear the guidance. You will know the steps to take. There's some coddling that you're needing to do for yourself at this time to go within. This means not engaging in the drama, not engaging in consulting. I feel like you're not really consulting with other people right now. You know. And your knowing is coming from coddling yourself, listening to yourself, being good to yourself. Okay? So in the bottom of that deck is positive change. Positive change is coming. Even if it doesn't feel like, no, most of you know it's positive. It's just that there's some fear in there. There's this. There's a risk. There's fear. They're saying, be brave. Be brave. All right, well, that feels complete. I'm going to leave it there for you. If you want insights to your personal situation, your personal dynamics, what it is you need to clear, unblock, or what next steps you need to take, seek me out. You can book the Total Eclipse of the Heart reading and attunement sessions now through July 26th. And I'll see you guys all soon, okay? Love to you. Mwah. Bye.